Hi, boys and girls. This is the second week of Lent. So far, we have learned about Ash Wednesday, and our Easter egg was a donkey, where we learned about praising Jesus. Last week, in our Easter egg, we found some silver coins to remind us of when Judas betrayed Jesus. And now, even when we sin, Jesus continues to forgive us every single time. Well, today we get to look at two different Easter eggs to continue learning the story of Jesus during Lent. So let's open our first one and see what is inside. If you can see, inside this Easter egg, we have a tiny cup. Sometimes we call this kind of cup a chalice. Can you say that word with me? A chalice. And this was the kind of cup that they used in Jesus' times during meals. In the story of Holy Week, we learn about the Last Supper. This was the time when all of the disciples and Jesus were sitting at a table eating together. And this is when Jesus taught the disciples and all of us about Holy Communion, where we partake in Jesus' body and his blood, the bread and the wine, to receive his forgiveness. In church, we still take communion, even to this day, just like they did in Jesus' time. We eat the bread and we drink the wine, Jesus' true body and blood, to receive his forgiveness. You might see people that are older than you going up to take communion. When you're older, you can do this too, to receive God's forgiveness in this really special, miraculous way. And today's Easter egg reminds us of that forgiveness that Jesus gives us through communion. Let's look at our second egg for today and see how this relates to the story of Jesus. In our second egg, we have a set of hands, and they are praying. During Holy Week, Jesus spent a lot of time praying to God. He went off to the Garden of Gethsemane multiple times to pray to God for God's will to happen. We can pray too, just like Jesus did. God promises us in the Bible that he will hear and answer all of our prayers, no matter what. No matter where we pray, when we pray, or what we pray for, God promises to hear all of our prayers. We can pray for things that we need. We can pray for the people in our lives. We can pray and thank God for what he has done for all of us. Just like Jesus continued to pray in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus also taught us a special prayer, the Lord's Prayer. We say the Lord's Prayer in church every Sunday. And it reminds us of how when we pray, God promises to listen to us and to answer all of our prayers. Come back next time as we look at some more of our resurrection eggs to learn the story of Jesus.